Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD6. So let's continue with the new map Quiet Street. I'm gonna show you right now Chimps, and also it's gonna be a black border run. So you should be able to complete Chimps in one go. I will be using once again Obin as hero. He's a very strong hero in this map and also is a free hero. So the strategy I'm gonna show you should be able to be used by everyone as long as you have all the towers and all the upgrades unlocked. The start here is very important. You want to place a druid closest to the top and to the right side. So right here in this corner, just like that, on first. And the druid should take care of all the Bloons. One thing that you have to notice though is the fact that the druid, RNG changes from game to game. And RNG, for RNG, I mean the thorns. So you can see that when the druid shoots the thorns, they are not at the same distance from one another. The distance between thorns is just random. And so what may happen is that this exact distance of the thorns might not be the same for me in this gameplay than, for example, in the next one. But even if that's the case, as long as you place another monkey here in the opposite side, you should be able to survive until the end of round 9. So this monkey here closest to the bottom, and then here, as I showed in Halfkish, you just want to place it so that the range here follows the path. So when the path turns upwards, you want to just follow it with the range, just like this. Round 8 easy, and here the only sometimes scary round is round 9, because you have all these greens, and the druid can one-shot them, like the ones that come from the left, but then you can see that some from the other side start approaching. And you need to also one-shot these Bloons, because if these Bloons get past, they just leak. So that's where sometimes, you know, Bloons from the left might be able to stick mass. For example, a green Bloon might be able to get to the monkey. But don't worry, even if that's the case, the monkey can pop a full green Bloon. So yeah, it should be easy. Now at the beginning of round 10, you're gonna place Obin closest to the right side and then closest to the bottom. And also leave Obin on first. Every tower is on first. And that's it. So that's the early game. That's what to do. You need to do. I'm gonna just disable here all the stars so that I can place my towers more relaxed and I don't need to rush. By the way, I've also increased the size of the cursor because sometimes, like especially on boss battles, I can't see anymore the cursor. Like I have so many towers, so many effects going on that I cannot see where the mouse is anymore. So that's why I've upgraded in terms of size. It's a little bit larger, so in that way it's easier to see it and it's easier to follow it. At the end of round 12, what you're going to do is you're going to place a ninja closest to the top and then closest to the right. Once again, exact same placement requirements as Obin. And I also like using Obin now, like more than what I did before, because of the fact that it has been buffed. And especially the some levels now are gonna benefit hugely druids. So that's why in this Chimp strategy, I'm gonna show you an Avatar of Wrath gameplay. Before this patch, the Avatar of Wrath is one of the best towers for the late game, just because of the amount of damage it does. But now with Obin, it's even stronger. I think that Obin, like level 7, buffs Druids of Wrath. Or maybe a level, a more advanced level, I don't remember exactly, but one of the levels, now there are 3 levels where Obin is going to buff each path. So there is the Druid of the jungle here, level 5, you can see here, more range. Then there is the Druid of the Storm at level 9. And then the Druid of Wrath, it might be a level 7. I'm gonna just check it out now. Now on the gameplay, when you get the Ninja 201, what you're gonna do is you wanna remove this water, this obstacle from the top side, so you can place water towers, and you're gonna place a sub here closest to the bottom and to the right side. So very easy, and then just get the sub 100 and then 200. Here we go, sub 200. Now I can attack the balloons in the opposite side, exploiting the tower's range. 201 and then 202. So it's just about upgrading the sub now. So overall, I would say that this strategy is pretty easy. I tried it before, so that's why you could see that I had already the gold Chimps medal, but I only got the gold medal because of the fact that I was trying out and I was trying to push how long I would be able to survive with just a certain amount of towers, just to make sure that the strategy then might work for the black border. So that's pretty much it. Actually, no, level 7 there isn't any buff towards the Druid of Wrath, so it might be something later on. There is, of course, a level 18 when Obin is gonna give more more pops to the Druids of Wrath, so they start the round already attacking a lot faster. So after you get the sub 202, you're gonna just get now this Ninja 301. And now you're gonna remove also the bottom obstacle here for the water, and you're gonna place a Buccaneer. Now this Buccaneer, you can place it in many different ways. You can see closest to the top, to the left, in the center, right here. What I recommend is trying to place it closest to the top and then closest to the right side. So just like this should be good. And now it's important placing it closest to the top and then to the right side. So in that way, later on, right here, you can fit a village and then you can fit a spec factory right there. So you're gonna need a lot of room here in the left. So that's why like this positioning for the Buccaneer is gonna just allow you that. And now I'm gonna just get this Buccaneer 2-0 and then 3-0 for round 40. You should be able to afford it before round 40. And it's very important here going with Hotshot because you're gonna need some help to pop Bloons in round 37 and 38. Obin alone might struggle against those Bloons, so to make sure you can pop them all, just go with this upgrade right here. Yes, then Buccaneer 3-0. All right. And then the last thing you're going to do for round 40, and not only for round 40, but also for the next round, is upgrading the Ninja 401. Blanjitsu. You should be able to afford it like at the end of round 39. So yeah, here we go. Round 40 is super easy. Just wait for Obin to start attacking the mob and then use Brambles. That's it. Like it's super easy. Alright, so right now we'll start going faster here without stopping for the rounds, because the next part of the strategy is very easy and it's gonna be just about like placing the correct towers and then waiting to get enough cash to afford the Avatar of Wrath. So that's just it. Sub and Ninja for the moment are enough for the camos, but then unfortunately in round 51 they are not enough. So that's why I'm gonna place a village 0-0 before round 51, just to make sure my Buccaneer can attack the camos, Obin can attack camos, and so I will not have to worry about that anymore. All right, that should be the Buccaneer now, 4-0. Very important this upgrade because of the fact that now you're gonna have these mini aces that will be able to do additional damage to both Bloons and to mob class Bloons with the anti-mob missiles. And so you can just attack the Bloons in a much larger area. So that's of course good. I'm gonna place a village now. So try to place this village like closest to the top here, and then closest to the right side. There should be a spot around this area. If you place the village correctly, and you have placed like all the towers correctly, you should be able to have the druid in range of the village right away. So you can see that the druid is highlighted. So that means that this village is placed correctly. 0 to 0. And you can double check if you have enough room to place a spike factory. So you can see that I have enough room, so that means that the village is placed correctly. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just upgrade this druid right here, the one in the corner, 014. This druid right here is gonna become the Avatar of Wrath. It's in a pretty central position, close towards the bottom, but also can attack the top side and a little bit of here the center. So it's in a very good position. But having just one druid and then trying to hold on until you can afford the Avatar of Wrath might be too much of a risk, because there is round 63 incoming, round 64, round 75, 76, 77. So what I recommend is, well, first of all, to place an alchemist here, closest to the top and to the left in this case. So you want to really place this alchemist like this, so closest to the top and to the left side. All right. In strong 401, this druid right here in the corner should be one of the towers that the alchemist prioritizes. So even later on, as I'm gonna place more druids right here, it should still be prioritizing it. A village 2 to 0 now, so more range and especially more attack speed. And now what I just recommend to do is just to place 3 more populous druids to be able to have enough damage and enough attack speed so that you can then survive until round 82. So until you can afford the Avatar of Wrath. So here closest to the top and to the right side, very, very important. So take your time in placing these towers correctly, because you're gonna, it's very important that you place them, you know, as close as possible to one another. And in that way you can just fit more, right? So this is the second one, 014. Another one right here. So closest here to the top. And whenever you have enough room, just drop it. All right. And one more. So there should be enough room right here. Once again, like as close as possible towards the top side, whenever there is a spot available. All right, here we go. 014. So all these streets 014. Make sure you can place all the streets before on 63, because you can see that makes the around 63 like super easy. You're not gonna even need like open abilities. You're gonna be able to destroy everything just like that. Now remember that in round level 10, now Obin, you can decide where wall trees can be placed. So now that's a huge help, of course, because you can, it's not anymore like completely RNG, but you can decide a spot. You can see that you can choose a target where exactly you might think that, you know, wall tree is going to be better placed. So I just recommend in this case to go for this top right side here, barely in Obin's range. Now make sure that you choose the targeting when Obin is not buffed by the alchemist, because otherwise you can see that Obin range increases, right, with the alchemist. But if you place here the mark when there is only with the extra range, you can see that when Obin loses the buff, Willow Trees, the targeting, it's lost, and it's placed once again like on top of Obin. So that's of course something that you want to avoid. So that's why I recommend to place it when Obin is not buffed by the alchemist. So in that way, the mark is gonna stay there, and so Obin is always gonna drop a wall of trees in that exact spot. Now you can choose this spot, or also another good spot. Actually, I might prefer it. It's gonna be one right here. So I'm gonna just wait over here to have less range, and then I'm gonna place it. Because this spot also is good, because it's also gonna be enough to hit the Bloons. So hit both my class Bloons and normal Bloons. So hit both of these paths. So yeah, I think I'm gonna choose this other spot. And now, as I said before, it's just about waiting. Like you're not gonna need opening abilities, not even around 76 or 78. You can use World Trees around 78 to just make sure to pop everything, right? To not risk the black border. But yeah, you should have enough damage with your towers already. The Avatar of Wrath is gonna be 48.6 thousand, the cost. So it should be around 82. You should have enough cash around 82 to afford it. Once again, he runs 78, just go slow. And once again, you can use World Trees if you see, especially the ceramics from the opposite side, being able to push past this intersection right here. So if you see too many Bloons pushing through here and approaching then the left side, that's when you can use like open brambles, right? To be able to just pop the few Bloons that can survive. But as I said before, you shouldn't need it. Yeah, so this round right here, yeah, you can see it's just easy. Now here for 80, what I recommend is that as soon as the ZMG pops here and you have these mobs and these Bloons, so to the very last BFBs and stuff like that, just use here like World Trees, right? So you're gonna have a World Trees already placed in this round right here for round 81 in case you might need it. So yeah, that's just what I recommend. Just go slow now because remember the ceramics have more HP. So if ceramics can push to forward, you might risk. So just make sure you can pop always everything and just go slow. You can always use open brambles, but I have here World Trees that can tank a few Bloons, so that should be good enough. You can see it right there. And as I said before, for round 82, you can afford the Avatar of Wrath. And as soon as you get it, you have to stop worrying about damage, about World Trees, or anything else. So that's pretty much it. Now I'm gonna get now also Heart of Oak. so that DDTs especially or the next regrow Bloons that might come around might be converted into normal Bloons, and so that's one less thing I have to worry about. All right, now I'm gonna place one more druid right here. This should be the very last druid I'm gonna need to for the moment, to give just some extra attack speed here to the Avatar of Wrath. You can see the ×4 popless effect. You can stack it up to 5 times. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just get this current flagship. Once you get it, you can actually place 2 towers on top of it, and therefore I'm gonna place in one of the 2 spots, I'm gonna place another druid. So in that way, that's gonna be the 5th druid to maximize the extra attack speed on the Avatar of Wrath. I might get first though MIB here, just because like DDTs are coming right 990, so I don't want to risk anything about that. So let's just play safe. And also here I'm gonna now place the World Trees so that it's always gonna be just in path of the mobs. You don't want it anymore to be in path of like normal Bloons, because from now on like almost only mob class Bloons come out. And I'm gonna actually refresh it to get whatever cache was inside. Another very important level here is level 18, when Obin is gonna enhance the Druids of Wrath, and so they're gonna be able to attack faster even at the very start of the round. DDTs are gonna be super easy because of the fact that I have an MAB, so these Avatar of Wrath deals can just pop them right away. So yeah, now it's just about getting this current flagship. And of course it's gonna just allow me to do some additional damage, and also it's gonna enhance the attack speed of this sub. It's gonna enhance the attack speed of itself, but it's especially the fact that I'm gonna have these extra 2 spots close to this village, in range of it, and yeah, that's the most important thing. Like I really like these extra 2 spots because like there isn't much room here, see? So like even if I wanted, I couldn't place more druids. So it's not just about the damage that it provides, but also the fact that I'm going to be able to place more towers. So here we go, round 94. I'm going to be able to afford it. And you can see there the platform. And I'm going to just use it to place this very nice druid. Closest to the top and to the right side. Here we go. Then that's the last druid to complete here the ×5 effect on the Avatar of Wrath. So now it has the maximum speed. I'm gonna also place the spec factory that I talked about earlier. I'm gonna place it now, 140. An activated ability that we'll use in round like 99, in round 100, to just do some additional damage to the Bloons. Why not? And I'm gonna also place another druid here on top of this spot, exploding Obin, exploding all the other druids' attack speed. And this is gonna be a Druid of the Storm, right? To also be able to blow backwards these Ramex in case some of them might be able to push forward, right? Just placing one more sub here. There should be enough room somewhere. Yeah, here. Exploding the village. 204 sub. Alright, 45 DDTs here. I'm gonna refresh these World Trees. Alright, just to make sure I can pop everything. And then for 100, I'm gonna use this spec factory ability. Here we go. And then the Avatar of Wrath should be able to shred this BAD, and boom, that's it. So that's the black border run. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.